Hello students. Now this is the third part of the lesson. The same lesson, that is the colonization of India from trade to territory. Now in the second part we have learned about the Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar and how these two battles are very important for the Britishers to enter in the Indian politics because because of these two battles they actually got the territory under their control and they started to look for the expansion of their areas as they wanted to grab the whole country under their control. Now, how the expansion policy they applied and all these things we are going to see in this lesson, in this part, sorry. So, we are going to see first the growth of the British influences, means the Britishers started to influence the Indian politics and how that happened. That is, the British actually wanted to control the whole India, but only the kingdoms of Mysore and Maratha were the biggest threat to the Britishers. Means they knew that these are the only two powerful kingdoms in the south part of India, and that was a big challenge for them for their expansion. So they launched war against both of these, means they planned to conquer these areas after defeating them. So now first we will see about the Mysore. Mysore, that was under control of the Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali was the ruler of Mysore and he ruled from 1761 to 1782 on Mysore, and after his death his son Tipu Sultan he took the charge of the throne, that is from 1782 to 1799. So we are going to see about in detail. Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan they control the profitable spice trade. Means whatever the spice it was traded to the Western countries, that was whole and soul under control of the Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan. In 1785, Tipu Sultan stopped the export of the sandalwood, pepper, cardamom, and prohibited the local merchants from trading with the company. Means he directly ordered that not to trade with the company to the local merchants. He established friendship with the French, means instead of Britishers, he made the friendship with the French and with their help he modernized his army. There were the four Anglo-Mysore War between the Britishers and the Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan from 1767 to 1799. So, in the first war, which happened in 1769, Hyder Ali defeated Britishers. In the first Anglo-Mysore War, the Treaty of Madras that was signed between Hyder Ali and the company. As per this treaty, both the sides would help each other in the case of attack by any other, means that third party if attacked on anyone, the other will help. But in 1770, Maratha attacked on Mysore, and at that time Britishers remained passive, means they didn't help Hyder Ali in that war. This made Hyder Ali angry and he attacked and defeated the Britishers in the Battle of Pollilur. While fighting, Hyder Ali died, but his son Tipu Sultan he continued with the war, and this was the second Anglo-Mysore War, and that was ended with the Treaty of Mangalore. In the third war, Tipu Sultan tried to put the restrictions on the British and gave priority to French. Means in this situation, Tipu Sultan restricted the company traders, and he started to make the relationships with the French. In the last war, Tipu Sultan died in 1799 while defending his capital Seringapatam. So this is how the Mysore was captured by the Britishers. Then they turned their mission towards the Marathas. Marathas became weak after the defeat in the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761. So that was the power of the Maratha was started to decline after that Third Battle of Panipat. Maratha power emerged under the different dynasties such as Gaikwads, Holkars, Bhosle, Scindias, etc. They came together under the Peshwas based at Pune. Miss Peshwa is considered as a prime minister in those days. After 1770, they started struggle, means they started to fight with each other, and that is the advantage which was taken by the Britishers, because there was no any unity between the Maratha dynasties, and so this led three Anglo-Maratha wars between 1775 and 1819. The first Anglo-Maratha war broke out on the issue of the succession of the throne of the Peshwa. Nana Fadnis, he wanted the Madhavrao II as a Peshwa, but Raghunath Rao, he was very much interested to become a Peshwa. For this purpose, he took the help from the Britishers, and the Maratha chief defeated the British forces. So this is how in the first war the Maratha defeated Britishers. In the second Anglo-Maratha war, that was happened because the British under the Lord Wellesley tried to impose the subsidiary alliance on Scindias and Bhosle. So what the subsidiary alliance, we'll see afterwards. But this subsidiary alliance means the Scindias and the Bhosles were not interested to take the subsidiary alliance. So Britishers attacked on Marathas, and Marathas defeated by the British, and they had to accept the subsidiary alliance. So that the second war was won by the Britishers. In the third war, the Peshwa Bajirao II tried to unite with the Maratha chiefs against the Britishers. But Maratha forces lost in this battle, and British dismissed the post of Peshwa, and thus the Maratha kingdom annexed by the Britishers fully. So this is how the Britishers captured both the powerful kingdoms, that are the Mysore and the Marathas. So the whole country was now completely under control of the Britishers, as there was no any powerful force it was there for the Britishers. Thank you.